Hi, my name is Noam Gonick. This is the Wild Gallery in downtown Berlin. We're here for the Berlin International Film Festival Forum Expanded section. This is my film performance installation, The Wildflowers of Manitoba, done in collaboration with Louis Jacob. Welcome. Well, The Wildflowers of Manitoba is a title that we've been thinking about for many, many years. It was sort of like a catchphrase for us in Winnipeg, and it all started one night at a bar when everybody pulled their pants down, and a photographer friend of mine took pictures of everybody's bums, and then we had a game where we had to connect everyone's names with their bums and try to figure out who was who. And someone in the room said that that was The Wildflowers of Manitoba, this collection of bums, and we always thought that was a great title for some kind of piece in the future. And then when I got this cabin out in the woods and started to work with Louis Jacob, the title came back to me, maybe on a much more deep level and in a less kind of tongue-in-cheek way, and we decided to name this new piece The Wildflowers of Manitoba.
When Noam and I decided to collaborate, we really both felt that we wanted to do something, a project that incorporates our vision of a better world, of better ways to be. And so in that sense, the piece is idealistic in a sense, or maybe even utopian, but we also were responding not to some things that we can imagine but don't really exist. We actually have a lot of very good real models of things that incorporate these kinds of ideas. Some of the history of gay and lesbian culture has a lot of very important things to draw from that in some sense are idealistic, in some sense utopian, but they're real. The hippie movement similarly, the radical fairies movement, and so we wanted to draw these different traditions and references into the piece, not as something of another world far away. For a lot of people, Manitoba is kind of nowhere. And that makes it very exciting because as an artist, you can imbue it with so much mythology. We had a sequence of scenes that we wanted to cover. For example, the ritual inside the cabin, this kind of pagan ritual in the cabin, that was one scene. We wanted to have another scene outside with the horses at sunset. But in the end, there was a lot of improvisation and a lot of spontaneity on the part of the actors of what to bring into the footage. That mixing of kind of fact and fiction is something that we look to art to kind of create new visions of things.
This is Louis and I's first collaboration, and in addition to the dome, we also have this photo series that we've done. We've also done a silk screen and now this limited edition poster for the Berlinale. So the Wildflowers has kind of morphed into more things than just the installation. But the installation is going to continue to tour over the next year or two. Film needs to reflect our times and maybe, ideally it could provide some kind of clues to, alternate structures of how we can sort of continue as humanity. So, with a project like this, or maybe some of my other work, I sort of look towards notions of apocalypse and society as we know it crumbling, but then maybe being put back together again in alternate ways. So it can offer clues to other potential futures, open windows into, different possibilities.